Hey, so tonight on Making Love in the Kitchen, we're gonna do a Courvoisier braised lamb chop. We're gonna do a roasted potato. And what else we got going on with it?
Brussels sprouts. And so what we're going to do is take our Brussels sprouts. We're going to cook them down with a little bit of onions and peppers and garlic. So what we're going to do is prepare our lamb. And what Jake has in his hand is grapeseed oil. And we're going to use the grapeseed oil because it's lighter in texture. And then it has a very mild flavor. And then he's using a coarse salt pepper mix, and you can use your favorite steak seasoning on this one, but make sure it's coarse because you want to taste that. You want it hit the grill, you want it to be like coated and had that, what is it called?
It's a nice searing, so it's gonna give a nice crust to it when we sear it. And the coarseness is gonna help with that good crust that we're looking for when we sear it.
Because the thing is, with lamb, you want to taste the meat.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to like overpower it with other things. So every time we went to a restaurant in Greece, we would sit down and there was a platter in front of us every time. Like they would just give you cheese, crackers,
cheese with everything, all types of cheese,
and it was just amazing. And we decided to reenact this whole thing. And so we're gonna take our cheese, and y'all know we already talked about it. Aged. And
cheese
so
is like wine. The longer it's aged, the better it tastes.
And so we just take a little bit, and this is one of my favorite, aged Parmesan.
Yeah, this is aged for over 24 months.
And it's delicious. And so we just cut a little bit off right here. And when you cut it off, it's important to get a little bit of the rosemary on the cheese, and then here's a secret ingredient.
We got a secret that they don't use over there. We always
That's
take
why we
it
had to bring it all the way
and
back.
we spin it every time.
All the way back. And so we got Mike's Hot Honey.
Man,
it's delicious.
If you hadn't had it, you need to try it. They sell it at your local grocery store.
And we just take a little bit and we drizzle it all over the rosemary and the cheese.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you enjoy it. Okay, so we're back and we've got our potatoes ready. We've cut them up, and we did a couple of different little petite potatoes. So my favorite is the Yukon Gold. And then we got the russet and then the red.
And then we put some peppers and some diced roughly chopped onions in there.
Very roughly chopped, because we're about to put this in the oven and we're gonna roast them, and we want a good bite, like we want a crunch on it. So we're gonna start with our grapeseed oil.
They're not mashed potatoes.
No mashed potatoes.
So
and then
nice party and crunch.
The only moisture we have on these potatoes is the oil. We made sure not to wet these this time. So we just did all that.
Mix them up real good.
Can I get a little salt and pepper? Okay, so we have our Brussels sprouts on, and what we did, and it looks so good already. What we did was we took the Brussels sprouts and split them in half, chopped up some onion, a little bit of red onion, crushed and minced some garlic, fresh garlic in here. We got our bacon. We did a butter and grapeseed oil mix and put all that in there, and we brought it up to a high heat because we're trying to glaze all of that, because what we're going to do is deglaze this pan in just a moment with our secret ingredient. And so you see the Brussels sprouts? See all that goodness? All that goodness. And then take one of your favorites, okay? Your absolute favorite, one you hate to pour in there. And we're about to steam it up. So y'all got to watch me now. My husband said it ain't going to catch on fire. We're going to see.
Ain't that a beautiful song?
Oh my God.
It sounds almost as sexy as my wife's voice
when
when she
talks
and say, describe this food, because she got one of the most sexiest
You
voices.
just like food.
Ooh.
And so that's going to simmer down just a little bit. Turn down the heat. And it's going to glaze all this stuff in here together. And then we'll come back and show you the finished product.
There we go. All right. So here go the star of the show. This Courvoisier braised lamb chop.
About me.
Oh yeah, you are the star of the show, with your fine, sexy. So I'm gonna put you in this skillet with a little bit of this Courvoisier and braised. All right, but anyway, we're gonna take these lamb chops.
Yes.
And we got the pan nice and hot. We're gonna sear them right
Let's
now.
see if it. Ooh, that sounds good. Sear it. Move it around just a little bit. Move your oil over. I taught him something, y'all. I taught him a little something. Wait a minute. You will see it in a minute.
These are some pretty lamb chops too.
Now let them know that lamb chops don't take long.
No, they don't. So we're gonna sear these nice. You have to cook at high heat
And
to
golden
get them
on all sides.
to get them nice and a nice crust to them. Okay. All right. So we just got all the goodness left over from when we cooked the lamb chops. Just now. The goodness, it's that good stuff that's left over behind.
That good.
So after that, we finna add. Hey, do me a favor.
What?
Pass Courvoisier.
There you go.
We're gonna glaze this pan with this whole.
Do you still want rosemary?
Yeah, we're gonna add rosemary. Y'all hear that?
Okay. That's the
Look,
Courvoisier.
Courvoisier
Now, this what
BS.
He needs to be careful with this for real. Because I ain't trying to repaint my kitchen.
But it ain't hot enough to do that.
All right,
We're
so
gonna glaze it.
we're glazing it, y'all. So
We're gonna glaze-
it's,
so we're
it's
gonna let it
low.
cook down.
Be careful. All right.
And we're gonna add to this because I like, once again, I'm from Georgia and we like stuff sweet.
Sweet.
So it's gonna, instead of being like a honey, but we're gonna do this Courvoisier glaze.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm gonna add a little brown sugar
Brown sugar.
to this, and it's gonna glaze up real nice on the lamb chops.
Okay.
It really is. So we're gonna stir this. We're gonna let it simmer down and cook for a few minutes. It's gonna cook all the water or any type of liquid that's not supposed to be there, and it's gonna turn into almost a syrup. And we're gonna add our lamb chops back to it. We're
So you
gonna
add the
glaze-
lamb chops after?
Yeah. So we seared them real high
Uh-huh.
to lock in the flavor.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put them in here to finish them off.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
I sip that?
Yeah, you can sip it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Let me see. Baby, be careful.
we
Don't
ain't
burn up
gonna
my
burn up.
kitchen.
I wanted to
Okay.
let you get some.
All right, let me see. That's Courvoisier.
Cut! They drinking big bottle. Cut! All right, for real, but we'll be back in a minute.
Good though.
I
That
bet you
sweetness
this.
to it.
Yeah.
Can I add this? Because I
Yeah,
like it.
we're gonna add rosemary just
Sprig
to
of rosemary.
infuse the rosemary into the
Into the
Courvoisier
Courvoisier.
braised brown sugar glaze that we're gonna add these lamb chops back to. So when it's cooked down,
It's coming to a boil.
yeah, it is. It's gonna cook on down.
You really want it to cook down?
It's gonna cook down some. We ain't gonna let it cook all the way down.
Okay.
But we're gonna bring it to a boil. We're gonna add these lamb chops back to it.
Okay. All right, so we're done.
With our Greek-inspired meal.
Greek inspired. Took us all the way back to Greece, Santorini, Athens. Took us back to
Mykonos, all of them, man.
Yeah.
We had a great time over
It
there.
did. The flavors came together wonderfully. The smells are awesome. Our lamb,
The Courvoisier braised.
lamb.
Look, this is the braised that go on the Courvoisier, that the Courvoisier made that we put on the lamb. And look, I'm gonna pour a little bit just because I want y'all to
Just
see
a
this.
little bit. Here we go. Let me help you get it out.
Look at that. Look at that. Y'all see that? That's Courvoisier
That's the braised.
braised to go
Lamb.
on the lamb. It's unbelievable. The taste, the flavors is out of this world, man. We're really enjoying ourselves.
And the lamb was cooked good. It was cooked like perfectly.
Yeah, medium is what we're
Medium.
trying to get it to.
And so
And man,
you can see it here.
nice medium
Nice
flavor.
medium. I know a lot
Medium
of y'all.
rare, medium.
A lot of y'all want your
We
stuff
good.
cooked.
All the way
Shoe
through and
leather
through.
brown.
But no,
Don't
you
mess
need
up
to
a good
enjoy
cut of
the
meat.
flavor of the meat by letting it cook medium, mid-rare, medium is where you need to put it.
We have our Brussels sprouts with our bacon, onions, and all that good stuff. And
Then we got
did
the
our
roasted potatoes with the
You gotta
peppers,
see the
the
potatoes.
rosemary. Man, they are somewhere else.
Look at those potatoes. All the peppers and we put a little bit of
Parmesan
Parmesan
cheese
cheese
on
on
it.
top,
It's delicious.
rosemary. They're perfect.
Yeah, everything's good.
It came
Brussels
together
sprouts
well.
with the bacon is good.
It did.
Everything.
And then
So,
that salad.
that Greek salad that we made.
Y'all didn't know
100%.
that was coming, did you?
Yeah, man.
It did. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy it.
Yeah.
take us back. We're gonna look at a couple of pictures and reminisce and see if he can take me and give me that same feel.
Yeah.
We'll see.
100%.
We had fun
We
making love in
did.
the kitchen.
Making love in the kitchen. Thank you.